Hey guys, this is Alex again from Beast Mode On. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a quick overview of supplements, and we're going to do what supplements you might be interested in taking, what might be good for you based on your skill level. We're not going to really go in depth on what all these supplements do, otherwise the video would be way too long. We're just going to do a little bit of an overview today. Now, first let's start out. If you're a beginner, the supplements you should look into, and this is very important, nothing. I'm dead serious. If you are a beginning lifter, you don't need any supplements, period. There are 4 things that you need overall in the sport of bodybuilding, in the sport of powerlifting, in the sport of whatever the hell, alright? Number 1 is diet, okay? Now, if you hit the gym all the time, and you do everything you're supposed to do in the gym working out wise, but you have a shitty diet, your gains are going to be shitty. That's just the way it is. You have to have a solid diet before you have anything else. Diet is number 1 in the sport of powerlifting, bodybuilding, whatever. So diet comes first. Second is hitting the gym. If you have a great diet but you're not hitting the gym, you can't exactly expect a whole bunch of muscle gains. If you got a good diet but you don't hit the gym, you can't really expect the same kind of fat loss as if you were hitting the gym. Working out is number 2. Number 3 is recovery. Recovery is very important. I think I have more of a problem with recovery more than anything else because, you really want to hit the gym all the time. You really want to be working out all the time, and if you feel like if you're not working out, you're not improving physically in any way. But you don't get gains while you're working out. You get gains recovering from working out. Therefore, you have got to let yourself recover. And if you don't, you're just hitting the gym all the time and you're breaking down tissue and breaking down tissue and breaking down tissue and not allowing it to repair itself. Not to mention you're raping your CNS, your central nervous system. So if you're a beginner, number 4, supplements. Yeah, that's the last one I was forgetting. Number 4 is your supplementation. So first you've got diet, then you've got working out, then you've got recovery, which are your first 3 you should be worried about. And then 4 is supplementation. The reason why I recommend beginners don't even touch supplements at all is because 99.9999% of the time, a novice powerlifter bodybuilder is neglecting one of the first 3, neglecting it heavily. And they feel like if they cram themselves full of supplements, it's going to fix whatever they got wrong. No. Supplements do not help you a massive amount in the long run. They help when you need them to help a little bit. But they're not going to fix a huge problem like a crappy diet or you're too lazy to get your ass up off the couch and go to the gym. Alright, so novices, I would say don't take anything. Period. Alright, then we're going to go on to our amateur lifters. The guys that have been in the gym for a year, a little bit more. They're getting down their diet real well. They're starting to get that together real good. And they're in the gym on a regular basis. No more worrying about that. And they're pretty good with their recovery. Alright, so we're going to... You know what you're doing, or you start to know what you're doing. We're going to start off with some basic supplements. The first supplement you ever need to get, the very first one, the staple supplement of bodybuilding, is protein. I mean, it's the very first one. It's the one that, you see everybody's got and everybody's taking is protein. Plain and simple. I'm not going to go into what kind of protein to get. I'll do that in another video. And protein is the very first thing you should get when you're a amateur lifter and you start to know what you're doing. The second one that I would recommend to an amateur lifter, and this is another staple supplement, is creatine. Creatine monohydrate. Again, I'm going to have a separate video on this. I'm not going to tell you everything it does. Essentially, creatine allows more ATP production in your body, which means you have more energy. It also causes your body to retain water, which allows more nutrient nutrients to flow in and out of your muscle fibers. Creatine is a very, 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 very useful supplement. It's also pretty dirt cheap. And I'll go into creatine a little bit more on a different video. Amateur lifters. Oh yeah, and a multivitamin. A multivitamin. I would say an amateur lifter, it's about time for you to get on a multivitamin to replace what you're essentially destroying in your day-to-day life, and that would be good. For amateur bodybuilders, or lifters rather, personally, I think that's all you should be taking. Protein, creatine, and a multi. Personally, I think that's where you should stop. Because when you start getting a massive amount of supplements, you still want to slip into that neglecting this, neglecting that, and sort of kind of thinking that the supplement's going to cover your fuck ups, and they don't. They don't at all. And then you got your advanced lifters. Well, you guys can pretty much use whatever you think is going to work on you. For an advanced lifter, I think that beta-alanine is a great supplement to start using. Again, I'm not going to do it in this video. Essentially, what beta-alanine does is it increases your muscular endurance, meaning it allows you to be able to pump your iron a little bit longer than you would without it, and it works really well with creatine. And then advanced lifters, you can pretty much use whatever you think is going to help you. What I would say never touch is, personally, I hate fat burners. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. Fat burners, they all have some of the same stuff in them. And one of the biggest ones is caffeine. It might not even be caffeine. It says on the label. What they'll do sometimes is they'll put the herbal equivalent of caffeine in it and other stimulants similar to caffeine. And it's kind of a scam, to be honest. What body fat, what weight loss products like that do is, I mean, stimulants like that, they're diuretics, meaning they cause you to lose water. And when they cause you to lose water, it causes, some of your tissue to shrink a little bit around your muscles, which essentially makes it look like you're losing body fat when you might not necessarily be losing body fat. Also, stimulants, they make your heart beat quicken, which, I mean, it's just not healthy for you, plain and simple. Weight loss products, fat burners, they're just not healthy for you. Plain and simple. I would never recommend one. Two is I don't like pre-workout supplements ever under any circumstance. And the reason I don't is because if you start using one on a regular circumstance, by the way, you'll notice that 99.9% of them have caffeine. Occasionally, you can find a body fat or rather a pre-workout supplement that doesn't have any caffeine in it, but that's fairly rare. See, what happens with these is caffeine is a stimulant, and caffeine is actually a drug. Yeah, most people don't realize caffeine is literally classified as a drug. And like most drugs, you can get addicted to caffeine. And if you're taking your pre-workout, every couple days to go to the gym, you will get addicted to your pre-workout. Literally, physically addicted to it. And you will get to the point where if you don't take your pre-workout, you're going to not be able to do anything in the gym. Personally, I think that if you're having a bad day and you feel like you have no energy, knock back half a cup of black coffee with absolutely nothing in it. And I wouldn't even recommend you do that every day. I would say save that for the times that you're just not really feeling that great. Other than that, I think that's it for this video. Any questions, let me know. And I'll go in depth on some of these supplements, creatine, protein, beta-alanine, on some other videos. See you.